So I picked up a GameCube off of eBay for $32. And what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to be installing the plug-and-play GCLoader, which I wasn't even aware that was a thing until just a few days ago. I thought that the original solder style was the only type that existed. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be opening up the GameCube or eBay GameCube, which was sold as having a dead optical drive, which is the reason I got it for, about $32. But the really cool part is it's a 001. So I'm still going to have my digital out, which I'm really excited about. I figured, since I was trying to do it the really cheap route, I was going to end up with the 101 and be stuck with just the regular AV outs, which is not that big of a deal, as I showed in another video. You can get almost as good of a picture with the RetroTink as you can with something like the Carby, but just having that option makes it all the better. Now, I know my camera angle here is not the most optimum. It's not, but I don't really, that's the wrong size game bit. I'm not used to doing videos like this, so I'm just kind of working with what I got and what's going to be the most comfortable. So this isn't my first time taking a console apart, but this is my first time taking a GameCube apart, and also my first time modding a console of any sort. I'm very new. I've never done any console modding before, which I know, especially with these generation of consoles, original Xbox, PS2, and the GameCube, modding was huge in this generation. Now, I did go ahead and power this thing up and see what the see that it did actually power on and had display out of it. I didn't check the digital port. I only checked the AV port. As long as one of the ports work, it's not a big deal to me. Grab my handy dandy fancy little tray here. Also, cheap but slightly magnetic. Look at that thing. That is just nasty. So once I get it all disassembled, I'm going to go through and I'm going to clean the parts as I'm putting them back together. Wow, there's a lot of screws. I did not expect there to be so many screws. Luckily, there's not a whole lot of rust on here. I don't really see any rust. There's a decent amount of dust on it. I would like to get a nice RGB LED or something to go in that spot instead of the normal just plain orange. I'll probably be doing modding on this for a little while just to have fun with it. I mean, it's more or less going to be an extra console. I'm doing all of this for fun. Set those to the side there. Okay. Now, we just lift straight off. There we go. That is no problem there. It looks a little dirty in there. Not too terrible. Next, we are going to deal with the optical drive, which has quite a few little screws underneath it. Now, I'm not using the best screwdrivers. If I had better ones, I would probably not have to resort to breaking them loose like this. But this is not something normal for me. So for the moment, we're just going to have to deal with it. Okay, so I can take this kit that was provided. I call it a kit. It's 3 screws. Take these 3 screws and 1 washer. I'm going to go ahead and dump them out. They're not going to get mixed up, simply because they're silver. Now there's these little covers, I guess, to make sure there's no nothing gets inside of the threads of these, which is cool. That's not something I'm used to seeing. That one didn't rip off all the way. So if I tried to put my screw in, there would then be something in the okay. Drop screw number 1 in place. And then just kind of put some tension to hold it in place. Then it's not such a big deal once you get the first one in. Yeah. Oop. Does get a little bit tricky trying to get this to line up, get your screws in. So there's no drilling needed. It uses 3 of the existing holes that are already there, which I really, really like. So I'm not quite sure what that little... I'll show you guys here in a second. Last screw is in. There we go. That should basically be the installation of our GC loader. They call it a plug and play, and that definitely looks like it's plug and play. So what I was referencing earlier, there's a little micro switch right there that I'm not sure what its intended function is. Alright, well, so we went from this big creature here to now we have just this little board here. So I can now take this that should have us doing pretty good. I was really hoping that my SD card that I picked up for this would be here before I finished doing it. It's supposed to arrive today. But I kind of waited till later in the day, hoping that I could, I was actually hoping it would come in while I was recording this video, to be completely honest. So now I just need to start putting screws back in. Okay, now we got all those. Now, our power switch and fan goes back into place. We can plug that in. Bam. Plug it in. Drop our last two screws in. And that's more or less it. The cube is back together. Minus the shell. Or, minus the top half of the shell, which is just 4 screws. And there we go. We have our GameCube that is now basically a cartridge-based system. Now, there is a product, Laser Bear makes it, that fills up this hole here and has an SD card extender to where it's basically just a spring-loaded thing that's even right here. You can just spring-load it in and out. I ordered one of these. And, matter of fact, I ordered it the same day as the GCLoader. I got an order confirmation, and that's it. It's been 4 days now, and I have not gotten a shipping confirmation or anything from Laser Bear. All I've gotten is an order confirmation. But in those same 4 days, my GCLoader was purchased, shipped, and arrived to me, and I've now installed it when I ordered these literally within about 30 minutes of each other. So if you are getting one of those SD extenders from Laser Bear, don't be in a hurry, because it doesn't seem like they are. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying that it's taken them a little while to get this stuff, get this handled. And I ordered one of the, basically they have a cheaper route where you can get a mistake. One where they went to, they made it, they was making one, and it has a flaw in it. Now, they sell these, I believe it's like $30 or $35 or something. So, they don't want to have, those kind of blemishes and stuff in them. which is totally understandable. So that so that they don't waste materials, they will sell those blims. You don't get a choice of color, you just get whatever they grab out of their trash pile. And it's, I believe, it was like $16 or $17. So I'm not complaining because I did order trash. I mean, more or less, I ordered their trash. But I was hoping by ordering their trash, it would take them even less time. Because, I don't know, maybe they don't keep their stuff made to order. And if that's true, then the trash ones should always be ready, unless people are just simply not buying the product anymore. Like I said, I'm not bashing Laser Bear any way whatsoever, so please don't take it that way. I'm just saying it's a little odd. Just in the world that we live in now, it's odd for a company to not ship something within 4 days unless it's a built-to-order thing, which their website doesn't lead me to believe that it's built to order. It may be, and I just didn't realize. So, anyway, that's it. It's done. I'm waiting. I'm just going to wait for my SD card to get here now. Hopefully it gets here soon. I can get it loaded up and show you guys what it's like booting it. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, let me know. I'm going to keep cleaning on this thing to make the outside look, better. I'll see you guys in the next video.